Day 4, training styles I tried so you don't have to and how they affected my pain. One of the things I loved most about rowing was the weight training. We got to use this pristine weight room with a small turf strip, and this is where I got introduced to Olympic lifting and higher level corrective exercises like PNF stretching. During this training, we completed cleans, hang cleans, power cleans, snatches, and a bunch of other variations mixed in with other strength work to develop power for the rowing stroke. I really enjoyed the technical aspect of learning to clean and the powerful movements, but there's also a trade-off for this style of lifting. It requires a lot of specific mobility to perform properly, especially snatches, and what's more, it's mobility that I wouldn't really expect most people to need in their lives, specifically for deep hip flexion, external shoulder rotation, ankle flexion, and spinal flexion in certain positions. I was also cued for my shoulder blades to be locked down and back, which I think contributed negatively to my eventual spine and rib injury, and didn't teach me how to truly engage my shoulder complex properly. All in all, I love the technical aspect of Olympic lifting and how it allowed you to produce lots of force and an explosive movement, but the mobility and time needed to learn the technical aspects of it are also drawbacks of its use, along with the transfer of certain non-advantageous positions to gait patterns. The other thing I learned from this training is more in-depth corrective exercises, some of which I use to this day, but I've also come to realize that these are only needed to make up for a lack of proper training inputs and more severe lifestyle inputs, such as a ton of sitting. Something you can implement right away would be a PNF couch stretch, which stands for proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, and is a fancy way of saying that you use the muscles you're stretching and their opposites to get a better stretch. To do this, set up in a split squat position like is shown here with the ball of your foot against the back wall. Make sure your hips are even and you have a small arch in your low back, then drive the ball of your foot into the wall behind you for 6 seconds using the quads, glutes, calves, and big toe to push. Then pull your foot away from the wall and your heel to your butt while driving your knee into the ground for 6 seconds, engaging your hip flexors, hamstrings, and anterior tibialis, and repeat for about 1 minute on each side. This is great for counteracting lots of sitting and can help with knee and hip flexor pain. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for day 5 because this was